Hello everyone, Crunchwrap coming at you here, and today we're diving deep into the realm of RuneScape. This game has woven its spell and ensnared the hearts and minds of millions for years. If you're vibing with what you see here, give that like button a tap, comment below what you'd like to see next, and subscribe and ring the bell to keep up with my random posting schedule. Now it's true I disappeared for a spell, but it wasn't without good reason. I strive to make every video an authentic labor of love. I genuinely adore the games you're about to see in this video, but I refuse to churn out a string of soulless formulaic content.
I'm just not like them.
Those who truly know me understand I'm all about immersive deep dives, savoring the essence of games like fine, aged wine. Today I want to focus on something that resonates with each and every one of us, a force that can turn a lousy day into an extraordinary one. Nostalgia, by definition, is that bittersweet, sentimental yearning for the past. But let's be real, folks, it's so much more profound than a simple dictionary entry. Nostalgia is a profound emotional journey, a tapestry of memories and feelings that transport us back in time. So buckle up, my friends, as we embark on a nostalgic odyssey together. Before we delve deeper, I want to make it clear that I haven't fully experienced everything this game has to offer, nor do I lay claim to complete knowledge of its history and lore. I can already see it in the comments.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
I'll admit it, I am what you might call a noob, but that didn't discourage me from reaching out to veterans from all three games you're about to see today. Noob or not, I think we can all agree, nostalgia is the universal bond we all share. It wouldn't be enough for me to reach out to all these players and have them simply talk about nostalgia. I wanted to know who they are as far as knowing what kind of games they play, what about the game makes them feel nostalgic, where in the game makes them feel most nostalgic, why they keep playing, and when they first discovered the game. And I know what you're probably thinking.
Do something else!
So without further ado, let's get into our first segment.
Hi, I'm That's Not LJ. I've played a couple times with you and some other games before. That's not my real official gamer tag. I feel like that's an unofficial one. Depending on which platform I'm on, if I'm on my Switch, I have a shared account, so I wouldn't do that. But on my stuff that's my own, I'm that. So I guess I like to play a kind of a little bit of everything. Lately, I play a lot of the video games my boyfriend gets me into. There's that, or there's specifically. I think I've told you this before, but my favorite's storyline play. So I like to play storyline based games. So one of my favorite games I've ever played in my life is Detroit Become Human. Or I'm really into the South Park series. Fractured Butthole, Stick of Truth, and then again I really like Skyrim. But game based like that. I'm also kind of really into some vintage games like Super Mario N64. The N64 game on the Switch is my lifesaver because that's my casual. I love this game. So like I said, a lot of story based games, or Life is Strange is a good one for me. And then I guess, like I said, some just nostalgic, and then I just really easy play, just kind of casual playing games, because like I said, I like to grind, but I like to grind on a story-based game or a casual play game. I don't want to commit myself to a RuneScape-esque type dynasty, if that makes sense, because I know that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work, and I just would rather put that time and effort into a story-based game, if that makes sense. I guess my other favorite game is a really kind of off-the-wall one would be Unpacking. It's just kind of very casual and fun, and it's kind of just zen, so things like that. Kind of just an eclectic mix of odds and ends, but mostly storyline-based games. I think what makes me feel nostalgic about Skyrim is, one, it's just kind of been an institution for so long. Everybody, no matter how big of a gamer you are or how casual of a gamer you are, depending on, again, if you're a casual gamer or if you're really, a very heart-throb, heart and soul gamer, spend, 6 hours a day gaming when you can type of person, anybody knows what Skyrim is, and they know that, it feels no matter what you do, it's like you said, it's nostalgic in that way that it brings me back to, that 2010, 2012, 2013 era where you have, peak games, Fable, which is another one of my favorites, or, kind of just those, that era of those video games that, allow you to have that action and adventure, but at the same time, it feels like you could never stop playing it. You could play it. It feels like no matter if you played it in 2013 or if you're playing it 10 years later now, it feels like you're still finding new things about the game every single time. And I think that's part of the reason that leads into nostalgia of that game, because it's every time I play it, I create a different storyline, I create a different narrative for myself, and it feels like I'm still relearning all the same things I learned back then. And I'm like, oh my god, I remember when I did this mission back when I first played this game. And it's kind of one of those things that I always feel joy going back and doing those things like that. So there's one. I know it's really stupid, but it's at closer to the beginning when you fight. You're I think that first part when you're when you defeat the Dragon Crisis for the first time, and that's not really like the beginning of the game, but like it's depending on how fast you finish that storyline. I think when you defeat the Dragon Crisis for the first time and you're on the top of the mountain, like throat of the world, is that what it's called, I believe? And you're talking to Parthenax, and then he leaves, and he's like, I must go, and then he like takes all the dragons out, and then they leave, and then you're kind of solve the Dragon Crisis. I think that moment right there makes me feel really nostalgic, as well as the mission when you go to Sovngarde. I can't remember what mission that is. I think that's when you're solving the war. I'm not quite sure exactly where that ends up. But anyway, there's that part of it where like you go to Sovngarde to meet with the older warriors of the world, and then you go back there and you go to Sovngarde for temporary purpose, and then you go back down to Skyrim itself. I think that mission makes me feel really nostalgic as well. Why do I keep playing? I think I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but I think one of the reasons I keep playing Skyrim so much is I think, like I said, I feel like I've done, murder for hire jobs. I've done, like thief jobs. I've done mercenary work. I've done, a storyline where it's completely mercenary. I've done a complete, mage storyline. Like I've done a mercenary storyline. I've done like a, where I was the head of the companion storyline. So just done like a, job for hire type storyline. And I feel like I could never run out of options of what I want my character to be. And I think that's why I keep going back to it, because Skyrim's one of those games I feel like is timeless, specifically in that way, where it's just, no matter what you do, I feel like you could still have fun doing it every single time. And I feel like you could play it 1,000 different ways and your story is still different. I feel like I know there's people who have finished the game entirely, but like I've never seen anybody finish everything ever that's happened in that game. There's simply not enough time. So I feel like that's part of the reasons why I keep going back to it, is I just kind of want to keep finding out more and more and more of what I know. I'm not like a long-term grinder of Skyrim like some people are. I know a lot of people like yourself have probably been playing it since 2011. See, I'm getting there. I don't know exactly when it came out, but mine was about 3 years ago. I really got really into Skyrim, and it was just like you said. I was suggested to it by somebody, and they were like, "You should play Skyrim. I think you'd like it." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sure." Especially since I mentioned I like story-based gameplay, and someone mentioned I should play it. So I said, "Okay." So then I got super into it, and I like binged it for like a month straight. Like every single night before I went to bed, I stayed up late playing Skyrim. Like I just binged it. I was like doing everything, leveling myself up like fairly really quickly. So I think about 3 years ago, and since then I've been playing it, I would say on and off, like in phases for the last 3 years. So it's like I get really into it for like a month, and then I'll kind of put it down, and then I'll get back into it, and then but it's kind of one of those things, again, that's why I like Skyrim so much, is like I can kind of put it down and pick it back up when I want to.
I am a gamer from long ago. I've been playing since the start of, we had Windows 98, back when I started playing on my first PC. And ever since then, I've been a gamer. I play a wide variety of games, first-person shooters to strategy, all the way down to even medieval games. I like to have a story or a plot. There has to be a goal within the game. I feel that is what makes a good game as well. You could get lost in so many different trades. You could do wood cutting, you could do cooking, you could work on your combat skills. There's so many things that you could do into this game. You can immerse yourself into whatever your little heart desires. You could build your character however you were to desire, and you may become the most strongest, powerful player of all the time, most nostalgic. Would you have to either be the Grand Exchange of all places, or the Wild? You can find all different types of creatures and goblins, heck, even other players. If you want variety of nostalgia in this game, it's hard to choose just one or two. I keep playing RuneScape because there's so many opportunities. I am a fire making master, obviously, is what my main profession was. I am at level 99. I'm mastered that level. So now that I have mastered that level and I fulfilled, there's so many more that I can do. So now I'm currently working on magic and cooking. So, but you can do whatever you like. I was in middle school when I first found RuneScape, and I think I was playing on RuneScape 2. So I joined right in the middle, because there's 3 different versions. So when I started RuneScape, I was in middle school, and I remember waking up at the butt crack of dawn, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's asleep in the house, just to go to the computer to play RuneScape. And what did I do? I worked on my one skill or whatever I felt I wanted to do. And I kept playing until I had to go to school. And my mom came out and said, "What are you doing?" "I'm playing RuneScape." And that's where it all started, and I haven't stopped from then.
an awful lot. I go by both Wind Titan on one game and Commander Zet on another. Overall, I usually go by Commander Zet. I tend to play games. I enjoy open world games, games that you can, I don't know, build things. The ability to be able to kind of build and do whatever you want. If you want to build a quiet little farmhouse and farm and have a very simple in-game life for hours and hours, you can do so. I mean, in general, because I mean, the whole thing of Minecraft is you build things. So I guess right now, the place that feels most nostalgic for me is in my server, specifically in my throne room at the Zatberg Castle. For it is beautiful and gorgeous, and it just makes me feel nostalgic for all the castles I've built over the years. And that is a very impressive version of one. And I have the throne room in it, and it's an impressive throne room. It towers over, and I know that below it are the tombs of my ancestors. Largely, it serves as both a distraction and able to be relaxing. You know, it's always good to you can get a sense of achievement. It may be a virtual video game and nothing actually exists in it in real life. Not to be cynical or anything, but there's some achievement involved. Like, for example, the server that we have put together has these essentially 3 or 4 nations, small nations in it, started from nothing, and I find that quite impressive. We have built civilization out of it, my good man. When it was available on console, because I had heard about it on laptop and had not been interested, as I only had a console. And as soon as it became available, that was
Wow, what a journey we've been on together, diving deep into the world of nostalgia and video games. Hearing the stories of these 3 amazing individuals and their experiences with Skyrim, RuneScape, and Minecraft have truly been a nostalgic trip down memory lane. Nostalgia is a powerful force that connects us to our past, reminding us of the joy and wonder we felt during those simpler times. Incredible how video games have the unique ability to evoke such strong emotions and memories. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for joining us on this nostalgic adventure. Your support and enthusiasm mean the world to us. Without you, none of this would be possible. As we wrap up 2023, I want to let you all know that this will be the last video of the year. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next year for more exciting content. If you enjoyed this journey as much as we did, don't forget to show your love by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. Your feedback makes all the hard work worthwhile. And finally, remember to keep your eye out for our next video. It's going to be an exciting ride, and I can't wait to share it with you. Thank you once again for watching, and until next time, stay nostalgic and keep on gaming. See you next year.
I love it though. It's funny as hell.
Captain of the damned!